Hello, everyone.
There we go.
We are here. Welcome back, our Gridiron Talk.
Yeah.
This is the famous basement. All the
ugly-
stuff,
ugly
all the
Steelers.
stuff that Frank loves so
I
much.
don't mind the Pirates.
I mean, why not? I mean, they're not anything to you. So, so we'd like to thank you for tuning in. That one person that just tuned in. Hey, but it'll be posted to YouTube later, so feel free to comment if I allowed that, so I can see who you are. Oh, dropped out again. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna get more here. Just give us time. So to dive on in, Week 14 recap. What the fuck, Steelers? Like, what was that?
Hey, they almost came back and won.
Hey,
So
I don't care. Chase Claypool
hey, he's still
is
the
a
same.
YO.
He's still there, celebrating that first time.
Yeah, I know. He's still there going. And then he wants to get mad at
Your offensive line.
Trey Turner for picking him up and drag your ass to the freaking line, moron.
Well,
so
Pittsburgh for you.
It's Pittsburgh. What are you gonna do? Browns won. They almost blew it too.
Yeah, I was at the game.
Pittsburgh almost came back. Browns almost blew it. So
It was an awesome game. For a while until the fourth quarter, basically till the second half. But it was fun. They pulled it out. They tried to give us a heart attack per usual. That's Browns for you. And now we're gonna try to win with our third strings and everything because COVID just completely fucked the Browns.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. I guess so. So.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Nick
I mean,
Mullins.
there wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get into that later. Before our Week 15 picks. Week 14, nothing really crazy. Nothing out of the ordinary. So playoff race is getting tight.
Yeah.
We got the Steelers there. We got the Bills there. We got the Colts there. We got the Browns there. We got the Bengals there. Dolphins are back in the picture. Dolphins are going to be 7-7 after this week. They play the Jets.
Possibly.
So that's going to be interesting. No 1-7 team has ever made the playoffs. I'm kind of pulling for the Dolphins. Obviously I want the Steelers to wake up and get there.
Yeah,
but
that tie might fuck you. And then.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You hate to see it, but it is what it is. So let's get into news this week. Let's talk about Urban fucking Meyer.
Yeah.
This guy, I got to find the quote. This guy, first of all, he was accused of kicking former Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo. I see why he's a former. Yeah, that's just... You don't do that.
He said, "Hey, dipshit, make some field goals." He kicked him in the leg.
Kicked him in the leg like he's going to make field goals after
that.
Right. So, I mean, it is what it is. He's a stupid ass. His exiting comment to the Jags coaching staff. Now, this isn't official, but I had a better coaching staff at Bowling Green. You guys are fucking terrible. Like, are you 5 years old or 50-something, whatever you are? Like, this guy, he not an NFL coach. Clear as day, not an NFL coach. He was horrible. One of the worst coaches I've seen out there next to Bill O'Brien. I mean, all he accomplished in Jacksonville was a lap dance after he left his team in the dust in Ohio. That kicking a player, there's 2 wins. And that Bowling Green, that's all he did. And he didn't even accomplish that while he was there. It was after he was fired.
Yeah.
So he really did nothing.
No.
He's a moron, and I know for a fact he's not getting another NFL job, not even as a coordinator. And I know...
He would never be a coordinator.
Yeah, he would never accept that anyway. Yeah, and I hope no colleges call him, because that's just a piece of shit move.
He'll probably get another job. Like 5-10 years from now, if he wants to do it.
Yeah, but whatever. He'll come up with something else on why he can't do it, stress level or some bullshit. I don't know. But he's annoying. So this guy just, I don't know. You don't act like that in college. Why do you think it's all right to act like that in the NFL? I know they're more grown adults and everything, but you don't just go around kicking people and calling people fucking terrible. Like, that's just... it is what it is. People are gonna be crazy. Let's see. What else was going on this week? Anything?
Besides the Browns' complete COVID outbreak.
Oh yeah, that's what we need.
so
I forgot to add that.
We had Case Keenum practice today with COVID. And we
Without knowing
we had
that he had
four
COVID,
defensive players practice today with COVID. Hopefully it wasn't Myles Garrett or Jadeveon Clowney or Denzel Ward. Nick Chubb can't get COVID because he already had it, so he will be playing that Saturday. You count on him to be there.
Hoorah.
Other than that, I really don't know at this point. Nick Mullins, this time. We probably won't practice again this week because we can't. Well, tomorrow's Friday, and we play Saturday, so we're going to walk through anyways. But nonetheless, I think the Browns can still pull it off. It'll be a good. If our defense is, we still don't know the other four players besides Case Keenum. They got that tested positive. There's still a chance Baker and the people that test positive early in the week can come back if they have one more negative test tomorrow. So we'll see about that. There's a very slim chance that the NFL is talking about changing the rule, probably not in time for the Browns game. That if you're asymptomatic and you have all your COVID tests and you're asymptomatic and you test negative at least once, that you could play, but it probably won't be passed in time for the Browns game because and they're not going to. There's no signs of them postponing the game.
Yeah,
which makes sense because we play on national television this week and next week against. They want us to play on Christmas, and if you postpone the game, they don't way in hell they're playing on Christmas. So I understand that's why they're not doing it. And NFL's greedy and they want their money, and there's I get it. With all that being said, if our defense is healthy, we're playing the Raiders, who have a lot of dysfunction going on themselves. We have our run defense has played very well. I think we can make stops. I think our defense will keep us in the game to the point where maybe our offense only has to get 2 or 3 first downs. We can get a field goal, and we can win 12-3. I don't fucking care how we win. Let's go get a W. We're the Browns, but we got Nick Chubb. We got Nick fucking Chubb. Rub-a-dub, baby.
Nick Chubb.
We're gonna get done.
That's literally all you have is Nick Chubb.
And our defense so far. I
don't
know what players.
You still got your defense, so that's something to look for.
And I mean, David Njoku's coming back. A lot of hope. And Nick Mullins, I know he's not the greatest, but for a third-string quarterback who has had 16 starts, I read a tweet I saw earlier to him that he has the most passing yards through 16 games behind only Patrick Mahomes. He can run the ball. He's played with it in a similar style in San Francisco, so he knows the offense. It could be it's not our worst option for our third string quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'm not even as much worried about that. And our offensive line, we're starting to we only have 2 starters, but we'll figure it out. Rodney Hudson played well last week against the Ravens. Michael Dunn has played well in the playoffs last year. Really, it's Blake Hance at left tackle, which is going to be our biggest question on offense. Besides not having Jarvis, we still have DPJ and Rashard Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
We have Njoku and Harrison Bryant and Steven Carlson. So we have 3 tight ends. If we could just make sure that we don't get taken advantage of at left tackle, the fucking Raiders have 2 great in Ngakoue and Max Crosby. So I say line up in shotgun and fucking halfback draw right up the middle and let those boys run deep and then just go after the defense. And you have a shot. I don't think we're completely out of it. Let's just hope we don't miss any key players on defense because we need our defense to win us this game.
Yeah, and it's all going to come down to when that report comes out. So,
right.
For the update on the Browns. So, with that being said, like I said, there wasn't much that went on this week other than Chase Claypool being a freaking moron. I mean, we were down 29-0, came back, and that just shows Ben Ruff. We've been non-existent in first half games. I get that, but second half he turns on the Jets and
Ben plays like a veteran quarterback should play.
Exactly, and
he doesn't give up and he keeps shooting a game and he gives you a shot. It just sucks that it takes you guys being down 29-0, which is surprising because you have veterans on that defense. TJ Watt's a little bitch. I don't care what you say. And I'm a Browns fan.
I'm not even.
But I saw him on the sidelines when you were down. I'm like, dude, get the fuck on the field.
I know. I'm not even.
You are a game changer. Myles Garrett had a fucking strip sack touchdown.
I'm not even arguing
Sunday.
that. I'm not even arguing that. I mean,
groin.
Watt's played. I don't know if he's just trying to send a message or something. He's played 10.5 games and has the most sacks in the league. I don't know if he's trying to send a message, but I doubt it. I think he just every little injury, he thinks it's the end of the world or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm very grateful for Watt and everything. I want him to be on Pittsburgh long term, but you got in this situation, you got to play through it. I know you're going to play this week, so what?
How bad
you
is
missed
your
a
form?
week? So
Right.
how bad really was it?
Right.
Like it's just I don't whatever. I don't get it. Cameron Hayward was visibly upset. Minka Fitzpatrick visibly
Well, yeah, your
upset.
veteran leadership
Trey
defensive
Turner,
players.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Right. And I mean, obviously,
Roethlisberger doesn't even he never shows emotion whatsoever.
Right.
The 2 times I seen him show emotion was after the game last year when he knew Pouncey was retiring.
Right.
And he didn't want to see him go and he cried.
Right.
All right, there's one.
Well, the Browns
2.
that ass, but
Whatever.
yeah.
2. Freaking last week's game.
Yeah.
Freaking
Claypool.
he did something. He said something to Tomlin. Like you could tell it was some sort of emphasis on a bad word.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he launched his helmet on the sideline or something like that. And he doesn't do that.
No.
He doesn't even so much as slam his helmet on the little rack they have for the helmet. It's like, he doesn't do
Why do
that.
you think he's so upset? Because of the Claypool shit?
I think he's upset because of this dog shit team they're putting out there every week. First of all, there's no accountability.
Okay, but if you're Tomlin,
I get that.
and you're Claypool, he has talent. What else are you going to put out there?
We have Tom. He got benched in the first half after his first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. But I personally think he should have been benched the rest of the game. Yeah, he had a couple great catches downfield, but when it comes down to it, I'd rather lose the game with dignity than lose the game by a foolish act. We could have had. I know he's not the reason we went down 29-0. I get that, but then we're put in a situation where we're able to come back in the game. You take a play or two away from us by your stupid, idiotic, immature attitude, and this is what happens. And I'm just getting sick and tired of it. It's every freaking week with him. It's either an unsportsmanlike, after the play personal foul, or he's just bitching about something. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up and play football. Honestly. This isn't Notre Dame anymore. This isn't your high school. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't play like that. We never played like that. This Pittsburgh Steelers team reminds me of a middle of the ground Jaguars team or middle of the ground Dolphins team. This isn't Pittsburgh Steelers football. If I won't say I'm ashamed to be a Steeler fan right now, but this isn't Steeler football. If you ask any Steeler fan right now, this is the exact opposite. Dan Rooney is rolling around in his grave right now. If he saw this, how his son is letting this happen. It's
as a Browns fan, I hope you have to live with 20 more years of this.
We're not going to have 20 years
of
losing seasons.
But I can just hope.
We're not going to turn into the Pirates / Browns.
I can hope.
Yeah, you can hope. But I will say that's not going to happen as long as we have Tomlin. But it's just, I don't get it. Get your heads out of your ass. Ben said we're going to make a run, but then again, Ben said each and every week we had a good practice. We're going to turn things around. He's been saying that this whole week, and I'm not blaming him for any of this. He's played his ass off, especially at 40 years old or whatever he is. And fantasy wise, he's been putting up 25 plus games. What more? Josh Allen hasn't even been doing that. What else do you need him to do? The defense just needs to stop freaking these gaping holes. That's the size of my bar. My bar starts here, goes here. Dalvin Cook wasn't even looked at through these holes they're getting through. And I don't blame that on Hayward. I don't blame that on Fitzpatrick because I know they're doing their job. It's the surrounding parts. Devin Bush has been non-existent. He went back to Michigan or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of out there. He's just out there on the field.
Can I speak for JOK? Fucking steal the draft. That man makes plays after play after play. He's so fast. He knows what he's doing. He's so smart. And we got him at 52. That's great because we got Greg Newsom too, who's also a beast. But nonetheless, sorry.
No, it's fine.
I just like to
talk
about the positives.
That's my rant. I love the Steelers. I love the majority of the players on there. Some just have to mature. And by some, I mean pretty much one. I say the same about Juju, but Juju would never put us in that situation where he's celebrating a first down. He's celebrating about himself with 38 seconds left. And that's what and on top of that, Claypool blamed his offensive lineman, Trey
Yeah.
Turner, a veteran,
Yeah.
who's trying to win.
Yeah.
And then he went on to say, I was doing my first down move. I was waiting for the ref to come give me the ball. Bitch. No, you don't do that. You pick up the ball, you run it. Like Larry Fitzgerald. Look him up. Much better number 11 than you. He picked up that ball. He ran it there. He put it on the line. Now, grow up. My 1-year-old daughter's crying upstairs right now. She's more mature than you. Grow up. All right. Into our week 15 picks. We got the Chiefs and the Chargers tonight. Quite the game.
2 weeks in a row with some good Thursday night matches.
I know. Hopefully, no one goes down 29-0 and acts immature.
Yikes. All right.
All right.
Who you got?
Let's go, Chiefs.
Yeah. I figured you'd take the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah.
With my fifth most confident pick, only because it was kind of hard finessing this week. I don't like putting them at fifth. I'd like to have them at a lower confidence just because they're in Los Angeles. Not like that matters. Chiefs will probably have more fans there too.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a home game still. But.
Yeah, but Chargers are playing well. Justin Herbert can air it out. Chiefs defense has been playing well, but they're missing a couple guys over there. So when it comes down to it, I think it's going to be a close game. Mahomes is going to find a way. I could see like a Harrison Butker game-winning field goal type game.
Yeah.
So
I've been back and forth on that, and I still am at this moment because it's a division game. They're always tough. It's a short week. I usually pick the home team, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing here. Either way, I'm going with my fourth most confidence because, like you said, it's a game to go either way. I just knew I couldn't put it high. Well, I'm going to go with the Chargers, my fourth most confident. I just think they're at home. I think they need to win more because if they don't, they're pretty much playing for a wild card spot. Because there'll be 2 games behind the Chiefs with 3 games left, and just lost to them. And I don't know if it's their last matchup of the year, but if they do have to play them again, it would be in Kansas City. So it's more of, in my opinion, a must-win for the Chargers than for the Chiefs. And they're at home, which fan-wise it might not matter, but travel-wise it might help out since it is a short week. So I'm going to go Chargers with my fourth most confident.
okay. And that brings us into the 2 Saturday games. The Raiders against the Raiders against
The Raiders.
The struggling Raiders
I guess my Cleveland Browns.
against Nick Mullins and the
Hey,
Cleveland
like,
Browns.
honestly, like I said before, I'm not mad about having Nick Mullins as our third string quarterback. I've watched him play. He's not the worst option. He can make some plays with his feet. We have Nick Chubb is playing. So far as I know, our defense is playing. Let me check and make sure. I got nothing telling me otherwise at this moment.
Thus far, the
Thus
defense is
far.
playing.
The key players on our defense are playing. I think they're going to win us the game. I think they're going to keep us in the game. I think Nick Mullins will be able to make enough plays to win us the game. And the Raiders are just the Raiders. Like, I know they can run the ball, and I know Derek Carr is good, but they don't really have a whole lot of receiving options. And if our DBs are healthy, which, again, don't know who's healthy, like, I like our DBs matched up against their receivers.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason why we can't limit their offense and our defense can't put us in position to where we only need to get 2 or 3 first downs to get us in field goal range. Let's win this game 9-3. I don't care. A W's a W. I think they're going to come out and find a way. I'm taking the Browns with my 5th most count.
All right. Well, with the Browns, they obviously.
I mean, I get why you would take the Raiders.
Obviously, if players, I will say, if players come back, things might change.
True. Players could still come back.
Players could still come back. Like you said, Baker needs one more negative test tomorrow.
We'd have to get it tomorrow.
He will have to get it tomorrow in order to play. So if he gets that, he's playing. But when it comes down to it, he hasn't practiced all week. Would that affect him? Maybe not.
Well, actually, probably better for him with all his
with all of his injuries and stuff. Yeah,
if we can find a way to win this week and Baker not have to play, it's kind of like a blessing because he got to basically have a bye and rest his body.
So I could change this just right now.
I get it.
I'm going Raiders with my 9th most confident. Unless things change. Like I said, if Browns get like pretty much everyone back, it's probably going to be switched. Like that's But as of right now, I'm taking Vegas. They need it too, just like the Browns, so they'll be playing for something as well. So, and that brings us to the Saturday night game.
Great game.
Probably the game of the week.
Yeah.
New England Patriots at the Indianapolis Colts. So you have.
See, I think this game will go either way. They're both coming off their byes. I'm taking the Colts because I'm thinking you're going to take the Patriots, and I need to catch up in the points. And honestly, I think the game will go either way because the Patriots defense is that good, and they're coming off a bye. So, Belichick's going to be ready.
Yep.
But the Colts have been played pretty well since they've gotten healthy. Frank Wright, I think, is a great coach as well. Obviously, not Belichick's stature, but I think he's a good coach himself. But him and Wentz are gelling, and Jonathan Taylor. So they have that offense to go against that defense. So we'll see what happens. I'm taking the Colts. They're at home. It's a big primetime Saturday night game. And I'm taking them with, where did I put them? Colts. Man, here's them. With my sixth.
Sixth. All right. Good pick with the Colts. I like it.
Yeah.
Colts at home. They've been playing well. They played the Buccaneers well at home. Patriots, I think, are the best team in the NFL right now.
Patriots could go to the Super Bowl.
They literally, it could be a Belichick-Brady Super Bowl. Who knows? But in this day and age, Frank thinks I'm taking the Patriots.
Damn it.
But I am taking the Indianapolis Colts at home just because they need this really bad. Their Saturday night, it's going to be hype. Carson Wentz is ready to sling it. Frank Wright's going to be prepared. Colts win. Third most confident pick. Panthers and Buffalo.
Bills 11th.
All right. I have Bills 13th. But as we know with the Bills, they don't play well against bad teams.
I know, but the Panthers don't. They start two quarterbacks. I don't respect a team that does that.
Yeah.
Come on. And you're starting the wrong one. If you're going to start two, start the other guy. And when you get in the red zone, put Cam in. It makes no sense.
Yeah, they're kind of dysfunctional.
They're fighting their offensive coordinator. Last week.
So Buffalo with my 13th. Cardinals and Lions, pretty simple. Cardinals with my 15th.
Same. There's our wash. Cardinals 15th. I thought you would have them at 16th. Damn you.
You hate to see it. So that means our 16th is probably the same.
No.
I
took a surprise. Not a surprise, but not a lock.
Jets and Dolphins. Dolphins about to win their 6th game in a row, beating the Jets with their 10th.
I have Dolphins with my 13th.
Boom. Cowboys and Giants.
I'm taking the boys. I'm taking them with the 8th. It makes more sense.
It makes more sense. The Giants are dysfunctional. Mike Glennon's not going to be able to do it forever.
Freddie Kitchens calling those plays.
Freddie Kitchens, Mike Glennon, watch out. No, I'm just kidding. Cowboys with my 11th. Washington football team in Philadelphia.
Oof.
Washington holds that last wild card spot in the NFC right now. The Eagles on paper are better than Washington, in my opinion. Who gets it done?
I'm taking the Eagles with my first one, Scott.
Yep, I'm taking the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly with my 6th. That brings us to Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Honestly, I'm just picking with my heart because we need it. Because I know we need to win at least 3 of our last 4 games, and we're not going to beat Kansas City next week. I'll tell you right now, I ain't picking Pittsburgh in that game. I'm taking Pittsburgh with my 1st.
I knew you would do that, so I'm taking the Titans my 14th, so I can
go Steelers.
So I can
go Steelers even more.
Race.
Hey, you got it. You have to. I mean, hey, Houston and Jacksonville. Is this a freaking?
Isn't this? See, now when I made this pick, Urban Meyer was the head coach.
Yeah,
now that he's not, maybe I'll pick Jacksonville. I don't know. Because I picked Houston, but they looked bad last week too.
Yeah, I don't even know who you picked. Why?
I have him at a high confidence level too.
They should just give up at being football
who you picking
right now. I mean, I still have Jacksonville, believe it or not, with my 4th, just because Houston just looked like complete dog shit.
I know, but Jacksonville, I had Houston with my 9th.
Oh, God. This is going to be – it turns out to be a big game for us there.
Right.
So,
to be the only 2 watching it.
And then Cincinnati and Denver.
This is going to be a great game, I think.
Great game.
We need Denver to win as
game.
AFC North fans. Here.
Upset of the week. Taking the Broncos 2nd.
I'm taking the Bengals as my 3rd. Last week I took them and they lost, so I'm just trying to hope for the same thing.
There you go. That brings us to the Falcons and 49ers. Falcons
I think it's be
tied for the
they're right
last
on the
spot.
playoffs.
They're right there.
Right.
San Francisco has the second wild card spot.
Yes, because they're 7-6. I think it's gonna be a good game. I'm taking the Niners with my seventh, but I think the Falcons could pull off the upset here. I almost picked them.
Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers as well. I don't know. There's something about the 49ers that I didn't believe in at the beginning of the season, but they've played some good ball. They came out and beat the Bengals, and I don't know.
They're not a bad team.
They're not a bad team.
They were in the Super Bowl a few years ago.
I know, but after last year, I know they had a lot of
George
injuries.
Kittle's healthy now.
Yeah,
that helps.
There's a lot of pieces falling into play for the 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers.
Knows how to run an offense.
49ers with my 8th. They're playing good ball right now. Seahawks and Rams. I got Rams with my 12th.
I have the Rams with my 16th.
Boom.
Yeah.
No confidence in Seattle whatsoever.
Not at all.
Here's a surprise one. Green Bay and Baltimore.
I think it's going to be a great game. If Lamar plays.
I think. All right, I'll let you finish your thought.
Although the other dude, I don't remember his name, we could not fucking tackle for the life of us. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's juking everybody out in that stadium. And they made it a game, and we don't know how to fucking recover once they kick out the point. I'm taking the Packers. I'm taking with my 12th most confident.
It's not much different then.
Yeah.
Well, my comments about this game will be a tad different. I don't think it's close.
I don't think it will be either. But if Lamar
plays or not, I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I mean their secondary is trash.
Packers win big.
Yeah,
14th most confident. I have no confidence in the Ravens whatsoever in this game. None. Taking the Packers. I don't think it's going to be close. Like honestly, and that coming from me, a struggling Steeler fan right now, to disrespect the Ravens like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're really not good. They're not.
I know.
The games they've won, they've squeaked. Other than beating Kansas City, the games they've won.
I'm just saying they find a way to stay in games.
They find a way. They do.
That's all.
They do. But if you look, Lamar Jackson hasn't done jack shit this year. He has more interceptions than touchdowns. He has double the interceptions of Ben Roethlisberger, if more than double. I think Roethlisberger has 6. Jackson has 16. They find a way to stay in games, but eventually that's going to catch up to them. And against a team like the Packers, I just don't see them hanging around for really long in that game. I just think the Packers are going to come out and kick their ass. Ravens remind me of the Steelers last year. I know Steelers aren't great this year either, but they remind me of the Steelers last year. When we started 11-0, we were squeaking by in games.
Yeah.
We were finding ways to win, finding ways to stay in, and we just happened to win. And then when that caught up to us, we fell flat on our face. And, the Ravens are, 8-5? 8-5, they're not 11-0 or they're not 13-0 or anything.
Right.
But they're finding ways to win. They lose some, they win some. But eventually, I just think when it comes down to it, when you're playing somebody like this, that's not going to fly. And you're just going to get pounded. And I think that's what's going to happen this week. So.
No, fair enough.
And then that brings us to Sunday Night Football, New Orleans and Tampa.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bucs with my 10th. I mean, I know it's a division game. I think it'll be close because the Saints always play the Bucs well, but Taysom Hill's playing, and he's a runner, and the Bucs have a good run defense. I think that's where
this is another one. I know the Saints play well against them, but I just don't. They'll hang around till about halftime, and then Buccaneers will make halftime adjustments, and it'll be one of those games where it's like Buccaneers are leading by 3 touchdowns, Saints get a touchdown, make it 2, and then Buccaneers just go right down the field, get a touchdown, make it 3%. It's going to be one of those. Right. It's like, oh, okay, Saints got a little momentum. Oh, stop. I'm taking the Buccaneers with my 16th. And then on Monday Night Football, Minnesota in Chicago.
If the game is in Chicago,
that doesn't mean jack shit with this team. I'm taking Minnesota with my 9th.
I'm taking the Vikings as well with my 2nd. Because you never know. Chicago can come out and get a win.
Yeah, and I could grow a full beard. Like, give me a break. I'm sorry. I'm just happy out of our friend group. You like the Browns. I like the Steelers. Our friends like the Bears. We're not the worst.
That's true.
We're not the worst. I would
It's a
give
Bears
the edge to
fan.
the Browns, obviously, and then the Steelers, and then the Bears.
The
But
Bears.
I say give the edge to the Browns because when
I mean, you
when it
beat
comes
us,
down
but we have
to
a better record than you.
no, I get it. So when it comes, that's why I said edge because when it comes down
We
to
beat
it,
the Lions.
you guys are 7-6.
You
You beat them 13.
It doesn't matter. We beat
All right, we would have beat them too if we didn't do that.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
If we should just kick the damn field goal instead of being greedy. But then we would have beat them too. But whatever. And we had our backup in. So let's use that excuse.
we beat the Broncos with our backup. And the Broncos are a better team than the fucking Lions.
We beat the Broncos too, homie.
All right, cool. What's your point? I don't want to hear your backup.
I'm just saying. You squeak by, you're like, good. And I'm like, you're 7-6.
We'll see what
We're
happens.
6-6-1. We
3
beat
weeks.
you. All right.
We'll see what happens in 3
Oh,
weeks.
we're winning that. We have to. The only game we can afford to lose is Kansas City.
Well, after
If
you
we
lose
lose
this
Sunday,
week-
our season's
Yeah.
over because we're not beating Kansas City,
Right.
even if we beat Baltimore and
You're going to lose out. I want you to
We're
win the
not
last
going
week
to
of
lose
the-
out. We're not
No,
going to lose
Who are
out.
you beating? The
Baltimore
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Beat Baltimore
and
first.
Cleveland.
He's so mad. Beat Baltimore
Yeah,
first.
I will say we won't beat Kansas City. I will say that. I think we can beat Tennessee. Tennessee, once again, does not play well.
They're not going to take you lightly. Why would they take you lightly? You're a good team. You're very well coached. Not fucking Jacksonville or the Jets. They'll have respect for you guys.
Yeah, but we can still watch film on that. I don't know if we will. Claypool will probably throw a little ball. Don't get me wrong, Claypool. You're a great receiver, extraordinary talent, and I do like you. Just some of the things you do piss me off. That's all. Just mature. That's all I ask. I know I was a little hard on you earlier, but just mature, please. You're a great receiver. You got a lot of potential. Just don't turn into Antonio Brown or something, please. Actually, Antonio Brown's kind of growing on me again. He's coming around. He got suspended for faking a COVID thing, but other than that, he's a good person. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just kidding. So you have anything else?
I think the Browns are going to pull it out. I'm excited for Saturday.
I think the Steelers are going to pull it out. If you think the Browns are going to pull it out with Nick Mullins, damn it, and Steelers are.
They're playing the Raiders. You're playing the Titans.
All right, Titans.
They're two different teams.
Titans aren't the greatest team in the world. You act like
they're better than the Raiders. They were. Get out.
I'm kidding.
Get out of
I'm
here.
joking, but yeah, I gotta have some confidence in my damn team.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. You can lose it all.
All right, Nick Mullins, calm down. All right, but that's all the time we have today.
Until next week. Go Browns.
Go Steelers. Here, Frank.
Get out of here. Nasty ass shit.
Let's get it.
Boo.